Ladies and gentlemen, I think I may have just potentially found the best lead scraping method in 2023-2024. So the benefits of watching this video and implementing what I'm about to share is that not only is the lead quality absolutely insane, it's super simple and effective to actually do. It's not complicated compared to these other YouTube videos out there. It's completely free, and per unit of time spent, which means that the amount of energy, minutes and times compared to the actual results, so the amount of leads we can generate, is once again, it's crazy. Because we're going to be leveraging ChatGPT and automation. And I promise you, you will not have seen this method anywhere else, especially the automation side, so part 2 of this video that I'll be covering later in this video. So being an agency owner myself, I've tried pretty much every lead scraping software tool, whatever it may be, out there. And let me tell you something, it gets very expensive very quickly. Before you know it, you're paying $79 for Apollo, and then you realize that they make you pay for exports on top of that. It's crazy. Like, when I first started my journey, like, I got so confused in the, crowded space of, how to generate leads that I generally had no idea how to do it. So the goal of this video is to just give you a simple way that's completely free. And this is by far, out of my, year and a half of doing this, it's by far the best way of doing it. Like, it's crazy. So the main problem isn't the fact that it's expensive. Yes, that's not the best. But the main problem, right, is that you are getting the same lead list as every other agency owner in the same niche as you. For example, let's say you're in the real estate niche and you use the same lead scraping softwares, which you probably do, like D7 Lead Finder, Apollo, Lead Swift, Lead Kahuna, all these platforms and softwares. Those are what other agency owners use. So when they search for the same niche, they're going to get the same lead list as you, which means that the prospects you reach out to have already been messaged hundreds, if not thousands of times before by agency owners, which leads to overexposure and classical conditioning. So the prospects, the leads you're reaching out to, is that they've already been messaged before, emailed, cold called, whatever it may be, and they've become numb to basically agencies. So how can we overcome this? Well, I'm going to share it with you and I'm excited to get into this. So this is by far the #1 lead gen method 2024. And the pros is that this works for all niches. It's completely free. You get their first name, email, phone number, and any other socials you want into a Google Sheet. And it's great for beginners because it's so simple and effective. Now, keep watching because it's going to get insane. And it's automated, by the way. So the instructions are here, right? And we've got one, because first of all, to be honest, you need to understand how to do this manually, and then we can automate it in this video later on, which I've got instructions down here. But what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google, right? And you're going to put your niche and then brackets at gmail.com if we want their Gmails. If we want their phone numbers, we can do, at phonenumber.com. No, sorry, at phone number. But essentially go to Google, and let me remove myself so you can see what I'm searching here. But let's use roofing as an example for a niche. You would put whatever niche you're in and just replace it. So you're going to type roofing, right? And then you're going to do that and then at gmail.com. Now, what this is going to do, right, is when we click search, it's going to have a bunch of roofing at websites. And it's also got their phone number. So as you can see, yeah, advanced roofing services at gmail.com. We've got, Aaron roofing at gmail.com. We've got, I think you get the point, right? You've literally got like tons and tons of roofing companies right here who you can reach out to. Like, there's loads. But the best part, like, look how many there are. And they've all got like their own personal like Gmails and phone numbers as well. So you can do the exact same thing by just putting phone number in here because it's a keyword. So if you search phone number, you'd get the same thing, right? So what you're going to do is, obviously we don't want to have to manually copy and paste this into a Google Sheet because that would take way too long. And yeah, we don't have that much time. Or maybe you do, I don't. So let me show you how you're going to do this. You're going to do Control A. So you're going to make it go like that. Then we're going to go back to the instructions. And by the way, if you want these instructions, then just drop me a DM on Instagram. Give me a follow as well. Why not? And I'll just send you this Google Doc because trust me, it helps when you have the instructions in front of you because you can just copy it. So yeah, DM me on Instagram and I'll basically give you this Google Doc. So next, you're going to want to, so we've done Control A to highlight all the information. Now Control C to copy. Now we're going to go into ChatGPT and click Control V. However, we're going to say, format this data into a CSV after with company, phone number, email, and website. So this is what we're going to get in the Google Sheet. We can also do first name, but let's go to ChatGPT now to make it easy. We've got a brand new thing here, and we're going to basically, let me go back because I accidentally did that. So once again, Control A, Control C to get all the information on this page. Go into ChatGPT, Control V, click Enter, and as you can see, it has basically got all the different ones like this. So it's already done the hard work, right? Because it's got the things. However, we want to make this look a lot cleaner. So what we're going to do is we're going to look how many leads, by the way, and that's just the first page. We're going to automate this, so we'll do the second page, third page, fourth page, fifth page, sixth page. You get the point here, and we're going to use automation to do the rest of this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here and you're going to copy this. So where is it? Here it is. So format this data into CSV like that. So when we paste this into ChatGPT like this, what it's going to do is if you wait, it's going to give you this. Now, I'll skip to the part once it's done now. Okay, so now it's basically just giving you all the leads in the in this CSV format. So what we're going to do, right, is we're going to copy this. So I believe it says copy code here, and then we're going to go to a notepad. For example, I've just gone to onlinenotepad.org, and what you're going to do is you're going to copy this and paste it into this Google Sheet so it looks like this. But now we need to download this as a CSV because you can't really download it from ChatGPT. So that's why we're using this notepad. So you're essentially going to go here, click save. You can call this whatever you want. Let's just call it roofing. And once again, you can use this for any niche, like personal trainers, gyms, real estate, plumbing, like e-com, whatever you want, like this works. And it's completely free. So roofing, and then you're going to do, you can just call it whatever you want. I'll just call it leads. Click save. And as you can see here, it's basically downloaded it up here as a CSV. So not only do we have, we can basically now just go here, file, and I believe it's import, and just upload it as a CSV. Now you may be asking me, Charlie, how can we automate that? So not only is that insane, right? Because I've basically given you a way of finding unlimited leads completely free using ChatGPT. However, if you're an OG of my channel, you know that I made a similar video on this a few months ago. However, I found something even better. And this is the craziest part yet. If you thought this was good, because it basically just gives you like hundreds of leads automatically, I found a better way. And it's basically a way of automating that, but we can do it tenfold. So it's insanely powerful here. And what you're going to do is you're going to download either Merger. This is completely free if you're a Mac user. Or you can download Jitbit for non-Mac users. And what these are macro recorders. Means that basically what we've done there, we can automate that and just give it to that to do the same thing over and over again and repeat it as many times as we want. So the instructions is once you've downloaded it, I recommend Merger. It's so much better than Jitbit, but if you don't have a MacBook, then you just have to use Jitbit basically, or another macro recorder, or you can just do it yourself manually like what I've just done, because it is sort of automated already, but I wanted to go one step further and give you this information. Now, as I talked about earlier, right, there's going to be different pages. So obviously we don't want to automate the same page, but when we go right to the bottom, if we keep going, there'll be like page 2, for example, which means that this is one page, but there'll be another page with, similar results, but not the same companies. So that's what we want. So what we've got here in a Google Sheet is roofing 1, roofing 2, and these are for all the different pages, right? Now, if we go back into the instructions, you need to make sure you have the tab. So when you run this automation through Merger or Jitbit, you need to make sure that the tabs, so as you can see up here, are in the same place every time. Otherwise, it will mess up the placement of the automation. And you also, if you're using Merger, don't go on your phone because it's sort of connected. So it'll mess it up once again. And just follow what I do now very carefully. So close any tabs you are. If you're on TikTok because you're addicted to social media, then turn that off and just watch this now for literally like 2 minutes. It's not going to take long. And also, you may have to do it a few times to get good at it. So let's do this. So what it's going to look like is you're going to want to open Merger. So I've got Merger up here. And essentially, in the background for Discord, I've got a free Discord, so feel free to join that if you want. But essentially, this is Merger, right? And we can basically play back the recording as many times. So I recommend making a key to start and stop. So for example, I've done Command R, and that means that we can record what we've just done and play it back, if that makes sense. I'm trying to make this really simple. And you've got Command S, which basically means to play that recording as many times as we want. So it will repeat what we've just done in terms of going on Google, finding roofing companies, finding their emails, putting it into ChatGPT, putting it into the notepad, and it's going to do that for you. So we can repeat this as many times as we want, but I'm just going to repeat 5 times. So now the amount of leads we just created in that CSV is going to do that 5-fold automatically through automation. So we've got Command R and Command S, and it's going to repeat it 5 times. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here, and we're going to make sure we close this tab. So now, let me move my mic so I can have full access to this. Walk through now of how the automation works. Stay tuned because this is going to be crazy. So once you're on your Google Sheet, have your niche just in the rows here essentially. So you've got roofing, 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 and then the reason we have 1, 2, 3, 4 is just because it will basically put a different page. So like what I was speaking about before about the search we got from the first lead list was just 1 page. So we can automate this to do page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 automatically without having to do anything. So we just have to do it once basically. So what this will look like is place your thing on here. So put your cursor on the first one, and then you're gonna put your cursor anywhere on this page. Just make sure it's the same place you do it when you end the recording basically. So it does the same thing. So let's just use L for an example. Once you've put your cursor on the set place and you've got your column selected, you're basically going to click Command R because that's going to start a recording. Now I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to do this quickly to speed it up. Otherwise, if I do the automation while speaking, it's going to do it really slow. So I'm going to speed this up and just go for it quickly and basically explain to you as I'm doing it. So I'm going to click Command R, and as soon as I do that, I'm going to press down on my keypad, not the cursor. So we're not going down to click on this. We're going to use the cursor, as you can see on my keyboard, down, and it's going to do the same thing. But let's put it back on the L and click Command R to start the recording.
Recording started.
So down, you're going to Control C, Control T to open a tab, click G for Google. Now once you're here, you're going to Control V, and you're going to put boom, and then at gmail.com space, and then you're going to go back here, you're going to go across, not using the cursor, C, and then you're going to go back onto Google, V, paste. Now it's basically got a brand new one. You're going to Control C, just like what you did last time, and go to ChatGPT, and go to the bottom, Control V, and paste. Now we're going to go back onto Google Sheets. Actually, no, we're not going to go back into Google Sheets. So it's essentially, it's already done it for us because I said format into CSV. So now we can just copy the code, copy code, go to your notepad, Control V, click File, Save as whatever you want, leads, and click Save, and now it's just done it. Now you're going to close the Google, go back to this Google Sheets, go across without the cursor, and put your cursor back on L because that's where we started, and stop it.
Recording stopped.
Now I've just done the automation. So now I can literally go for a walk, go to a gym, and play this back as many times I want, and it'll get as many leads as you want for free in your niche into a Google Sheets for you or as a CSV. So let's run this. So Command S will play this back. So
Playback started.
I've pressed Command S. I'm not touching anything. As you can see, it's going to copy the lead. I'm not touching anything. This is literally an automation where it's gone onto Google right now. It's going to put roofing, but this time it's going to do roofing at gmail.com free instead of 2, which means that it's going to get the 3rd page from Google, not the 2nd page, which means that we're going to get brand new leads. And this is automated. I'm not touching anything. I could literally go for like a walk. I could go to the gym and let this do it. This is by far the most effective way to get free leads in 2024, and it's absolutely insane. So it's copying the information from the page. It's going to go onto ChatGPT. It's going to go to the bottom. It's going to literally paste it into ChatGPT. I'm not touching anything. And it's going to go back onto... No, I didn't actually want it to go onto Google Docs. But as you can see, it's going to copy the code. Like, look how insane this is. And it's going to basically paste it and save as a thing. All you need to do is just make sure you clear it at the end of the automation. Close the tab. Once again, it puts it back. And I could let this run for as long as I wanted, and it would do the same thing over and over again. And it's insane because look, it's literally, look, it's gone on to number 4 now. So this is going to do page 4 while I'm not doing anything. I could literally go eat food. It's nuts. Like, hopefully you can share my enthusiasm here because it's pretty insane for getting leads. So I could let this run all day and get as many leads as I want really easily. However, I'm going to stop the recording.
Playback stopped.
And yeah, so basically it's insane. Long story short, please leave a like and comment if you've gotten to this stage because yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now, yeah, make sure you follow these steps. And once again, DM me on Instagram if you want this instructions because yeah, it's much easier to follow. And also, if you don't want to run this automation for some reason, let's say you're on, non-Mac and it's a bit complicated for you, go onto Upwork and you can basically get a VA for $4 an hour, let's say from the Philippines, which is their average wage, and get them to do it. So the best part is you can send them this video and just get them to do this. And I think I did the maths right. So per hour, you can basically get 200 free leads doing this, which means that for 10 hours, you could get 2,000 leads from personal, whatever, emails, phone numbers of your niche. And they usually charge $4 an hour, which means that if you can't do the automation for some reason, just go on Upwork, get a VA, and it would basically be $40 for 2,000 personal leads, which is pretty good value. Like, that's pretty good. But yeah, hopefully you found this video insane. It was, really fun to record it. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, by the way, so click the subscribe button. I post very valuable content that's helped me, because that's sort of the goal of the channel here. So yeah, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, once again, if you want all this, Google Doc, then just DM me on Instagram and I'll send it over. And give me a follow on Instagram, why not? But yeah, hopefully this video helped and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.